Hi everybody, I'm Bob Jacobson, the founder of the Wealth Institute. I'd like to take a few moments to tell you about a book that changed my life, Think and Grow Rich. And I want to tell you about a new multimedia program that I just created that brings this book, Think and Grow Rich, to life. But before I do, I want to give you a little bit of history on my background. You know, right out of high school in 1973, I went into the plumbing trade. And I was in the plumbing trade probably for a couple of years, and I was introduced to this book, Think and Grow Rich, by a friend of mine who was very successful in the real estate industry. He was a multi-million-dollar seller at the time. And he goes, you know, you ought to take this book, Think and Grow Rich, and read it. He goes, I think it'll change your life. You know, so at noon out there on the construction job, I was opening it up and I was seeing, you know, thoughts are things, which was real interesting, and desire, and, you know, faith, and imagination. And I was intrigued with the titles, thinking, you know, this could change my life. And I started internalizing the principles and kept reading the book. And, you know, a short time later, a recession hit the United States at that time, and I found myself out of a job. You know, and I was actually playing in a band too at the same time. And I thought, I wonder if there's any way that I can turn my hobby, playing in a band, into a full-time job. And so I opened up an audio recording studio. I believed that I could do it from these principles in Think and Grow Rich. And I started recording bands and, you know, doing voiceovers for advertising agencies. And then I got into the video production business and started recording weddings and things like that. And, you know, lo and behold, in 5 short years, I had built that little audio and video production company into a multi-million-dollar major market production company. And it was largely because of Think and Grow Rich. You know, and I thought, you know, as long as I'm in the audio and video production company, I thought, how can I bring, you know, the principles of Think and Grow Rich to life? How can I make them visuals? Then I came up with the idea of, how about illustrations? How about hand-painted, colorful illustrations, you know, with original music scores and character voices and sound effects, and have a narrator tie everything together. I thought, wouldn't that make it more powerful for people who would pick up Think and Grow Rich? They could look at this multimedia program, I could make it interactive, have test questions and things like that, and it would expedite the principles of Think and Grow Rich and change their life and help them achieve their goals and their desires and make the money that they want to make for themselves and for their family. And so I'm going to show you a little teaser on the multimedia program that I've created. Let's take a look. Here's your main menu for the Think and Grow Rich multimedia program. You can see we have Chapter 1 here, Thoughts and Things, Chapter 2, Desire, Chapter 3, Faith. We can go right into Chapter 1. This is your Think and Grow Rich multimedia control panel. You can see at the top here we have all the video stories in Chapter 1. You can scroll through Chapter 1 if you want to see this story. You can just hit that story and it comes up here in the video control panel. Let's take a brief look at story number 1 in Chapter 1. Click that, and then you can just hit play.
Truly, thoughts are things, and powerful things at that, when they are mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects. Some years ago, Edwin C. Barnes.
So after you get done looking at story number 1 in Chapter 1, we have a major point for every story. And these are video major points. You can go to this first button here. It says Chapter 1, Video Major Points. You click on that, and all of your major points for all the stories in Chapter 1 come up here. And we just looked at story number 1, so let's look at the video major point for story 1.
One of the chief characteristics of Barnes' desire was that it was definite. As you observe carefully how he went about transforming his desire into reality, you will have a better understanding of the principles which lead to riches.
So that's a major point for story number 1. And then we have a bonus video here of Napoleon Hill himself giving a major point. And so here's Napoleon Hill.
Right here at the beginning of our visit, I'm going to make you a promise. If you will decide definitely what you want most during your entire lifetime.
So that's Napoleon Hill. In addition to video major points, there's self-test questions here. You can go in for each chapter. There's self-test questions that you can answer. There's more major points in writing, and then there's an action guide to success. You also have your own personal success planner here, which includes an introduction, how to use the Think and Grow Rich multimedia program, how to define your definite major goal, 8-point goal setting formula, sample goal, 10-point goal setting checklist, and setting your definite major goal. For all 30 video stories and 30 major points, you have MP3 audio file downloads that you can go to. So you can download all the audio for all the stories for Chapter 1 here, for Chapter 2 here, and Chapter 3 here. Also a part of your Think and Grow Rich multimedia program is a full version of the Think and Grow Rich book here that you can download. And if you ever need any technical support for any reason, all you have to do is click on the email right here, and we're just a quick email away to answer all of your questions. Well, there's a little sample of the Think and Grow Rich multimedia program. Whether you're a college student that's just looking for a career, you're a family that just can't quite make ends meet and you need and want to make more money, you might be an employee that's looking for that next promotion, or you might just want to start a work-at-home business. These principles of Think and Grow Rich will show you how to do it step by step. If you're on the Think and Grow Rich landing page, scroll down and read the information, and be sure to look at the video testimonials. If you're on another website, go to www.thinkandgrowrich.tv for more information. Thank you.